Grogu. Yeah, I think we can make that work. Hey folks, Dan Gunther here, bringing you my review of Chapter 13 of The Mandalorian, The Jedi. I know I'm a little behind on doing these reviews, but hopefully I'll be caught up fairly soon. Just this episode and the one after it to do reviews of, and then only 2 left until the end of the season, so pretty crazy stuff. This episode, of course, is notable for a number of things, and I will be revealing spoilers in this video, so if you have not seen the episode, I would suggest watching it before watching this video if you don't want to be spoiled, but the spoilers are all out there, so I don't think I'm revealing anything too new to anybody who would be watching this video. So, of course, thanks to Bo-Katan, the Mandalorian has been led to this planet to find Ahsoka, a former Jedi who's no longer part of the Jedi Order. You can see her exploits in the animated Clone Wars television series as well as Rebels. I have watched all of Clone Wars. I have not watched all of Rebels, so there's some things about her past that I may be unaware of. If that's the case and it comes up in this review, I apologize. But over the course of the Clone Wars, I've really come to appreciate the character of Ahsoka, and I have to admit I was very excited to see her come to life in live action form here. And I think Rosario Dawson does a pretty great job of the character. There's been some mention, of course, of the fact that her head tails, there's a word for it, I can't remember exactly, but that they're smaller than you would expect. As we've seen in Rebels, they're a lot larger as she gets older. I think from what I've read online, it seems like the concerns of a practical live action shoot where you're doing fight scenes and that sort of thing, it was just not practical to have them be any larger and kind of get in the way of the performance. So I appreciate those kind of sacrifices they have to make, the kind of limitations that there are on this sort of production. So yeah, it's a little too bad that maybe the appearance was a little underwhelming as compared to what we were expecting, but I think the makeup and the prosthetics and the performance are actually quite good given the circumstances. So the Mandalorian is tasked with finding and killing the Jedi Ahsoka by the magistrate of this village, who's a particularly nasty villain, and of course there's a brief fight when the Mandalorian meets up with Ahsoka, which was a lot of fun to see. We get to see that Beskar in action and how it can repel the lightsabers. That was pretty cool. But pretty soon they come to an understanding, and the Mandalorian reveals his true purpose for being there, and Ahsoka meets Grogu, who is apparently, that's the real name of Baby Yoda. I feel like Baby Yoda might stick for a bit, though. We've kind of gotten used to calling him that, so but Yoda is actually name dropped as well in this episode, or at least referred to when Ahsoka, says, I've only ever met one being of his kind before. So definitely a rarity. It's not just the fact we haven't seen much of them. I think in live action Star Wars, we've seen Yoda, Yaddle in episode 1, and Grogu now. So that was pretty interesting to get a little backstory on him, learning that he was present at the Jedi Temple when Darth Vader attacked and was spirited away by unknown person somehow. I wonder who that is. I'm really curious about that. Ahsoka says that she can't teach Grogu, though. I think this is definitely a valid concern because we've seen Grogu kind of exhibit a few dark side tendencies over the past couple seasons. So, there's that real concern that he won't be able to distance himself enough. He's formed that attachment to the Mandalorian, for example, that will allow him to maybe have a path to the dark side, which it's a little scary. And we've seen him, try to force choke Cara Dune, for example, and just a few other things that make it look like, there's the tendency there. There's the potential for him to be on the dark side. We get a terrific fight scene between Ahsoka and the Magistrate. I really enjoyed this. I thought it was great. You had the dual lightsabers being wielded against her, and she has the Beskar spear. Incredible fight scene, great choreography. Again, just so great to see Ahsoka realized in live action. This was a lot of fun. I think I keep saying that, but yeah, this episode just was so much fun to watch. A little dark, a little gloomy, going for that kind of atmosphere that we see a lot of on The Mandalorian. But in this case, I think it worked really well to set the tone and the mood for the episode. And I think it was really great. By the end of the episode, Din Djarin is kind of sent off on another quest because he has to go to this other planet and place Grogu. I gotta, get used to calling him that. Place him on the Seeing Stone at the top of this mountain, and a Jedi may come. Curious to see who that might be if that happens. We've got a few Jedi out there, I guess. I'm not sure of what's up with Ezra and Kanan at the end of Rebels. Like I said, I haven't watched it, so please don't spoil that for me. I'm getting to it. We know Luke Skywalker's out there. I kind of doubt he's going to show up. But Ahsoka does say there aren't many Jedi left, so I wonder if she knows of a few that we've never heard of. That's one thing, the expanded universe, we keep getting more and more Jedi and that sort of thing who apparently aren't supposed to be around. At least according to certain people during the original trilogy, and saying that, Luke will be the last Jedi and all this stuff. But maybe they just don't know. Maybe they're just unaware. So maybe there's a whole bunch out there that we have no idea about. I mean, Kanan was someone we didn't know was out there. There could be other people finding themselves being trained or learning about Force sensitivity like Ezra. Who knows? Who knows how many might be out there, really. I am curious if we'll see Ahsoka again. I'm hoping so. I've seen people out there saying, oh, give us a live-action Ahsoka series now. I don't know. I like Rosario Dawson in this role. I think she does an admirable job. I'd love to see her again, at least in The Mandalorian, teaming up maybe a la the end of Season 1 where Mando gathered his forces. Maybe we'll get the same at the end of Season 2, and we'll get like Bo-Katan and Ahsoka Tano and all of this. That would be pretty cool. But yeah, I have no idea what they're planning. This series has surprised me a few times with characters and how they're used. So who knows what the future may hold for that. We do also, of course, get the name drop of Grand Admiral Thrawn. Is it possible we'll see him in a live-action Star Wars production? I haven't gotten to the Thrawn parts of Rebels yet, and I've not read the Thrawn trilogy, so everything I know about him comes from friends who, one friend in particular, who's a huge Admiral Thrawn fan, so I'm pretty sure he was probably squealing when the name came up, so... curious to see if he'll show up. That would be really interesting. Is he working with Moff Gideon, maybe? Something like that there. So, yeah, who knows? But really excited to find out and learn more and get into the last 3 episodes of the season. So, I want to hear from you. What did you think of Chapter 13, The Jedi? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much to the Patreon supporters for helping out with the channel. I truly do appreciate it. It's not possible without your help. So thank you so much. To everyone else, thank you for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful week. I hope things are going well for you and that, this whole world situation isn't too stressful. Take some time, take a breather. Don't be too hard on yourself for... not getting everything done that you want to. I know sometimes I fall into that trap. I'm behind on videos and I beat myself up about it. But, just push on, carry on. We'll get through this. I'll see you on the next video. Until then, as always, may the Force be with you.